Installation over tar and gravel. How to install a permanent waterproof roof over a tar and gravel roof. The basic tools required are a hard bristled push broom to clean the roof, a shovel, a medium bristled push broom for application of the base on the polyester, a sharp pair of scissors, rubber gloves, a paintbrush and masking tape, a drop cloth, and a squeegee to apply the clay emulsion. To find out what we need to buy, we first need to measure the roof to determine the number of square feet. Convert square feet into roofing squares by dividing the square feet by 100. If your job is 170 square feet, that would be 1.7 squares. Multiply 1.7 times 1.5, which equals 2.5 gallons of primer. Multiply 1.7 squares times 12, which equals 20.4 gallons of water-based clay emulsion. Multiply 1.7 squares times 7, which equals 11.9 gallons of base. Now multiply 1.7 squares times 4, which equals 6.8 gallons of acrylic white top coat. And finally, we need 1.7 squares of stitch-bond polyester fabric. Sweep off all the loose gravel, dirt, and debris. You may have to power wash the roof to remove excessive dirt. The roof should be as clean as possible for the primer to be most effective. Open a pail of acrylic prime with the scissors or screwdriver in the lid slots. Be sure to stir the primer thoroughly. Apply the primer at 1.5 gallons per 100 square feet. And of course, allow 24 hours drying time. After priming, 3-course any splits or blisters, trim and nail down splits, then 3-course with gel and polyester. X-cut the blister, fold back the flaps, and let it dry out. If necessary, put a small amount of gel into the blister, nail down the flaps, and 3-course with gel and polyester. The size of gravel can vary dramatically from one job to another, and the amount of clay emulsion will vary from almost no emulsion to 15 gallons per square. Apply enough clay emulsion to prevent tenting of the polyester. That's where the gravel sticks up and tents the polyester. Pour the clay emulsion directly on the primed roof, and using a squeegee, drag the clay emulsion over the gravel surface. Remember, the clay emulsion has only 40% solids, and allow 72 hours drying time. Usually 3 or 4 days is enough. Reapply more clay emulsion if the surface is not smooth enough, or you will use an excessive amount of the acrylic base. If the temperatures are above normal, the clay emulsion may be too tacky to walk on. To prevent this, you can mix 1 part of Metacrylics acrylic white with 1 part of water and apply a thin coat over the clay emulsion. Otherwise, do the job in the evening or early morning before it heats up. Open a pail of acrylic base. Usually, they don't need to be stirred, but if necessary, simply use a stick to stir it. Start early, stop early. The base dries quickly on warm days. Don't apply too much before laying out the polyester. And when not in use, keep your applicator in the shade, in a pail, or in water. Apply the acrylic base at the rate of 5 gallons per 100 square feet. Pour a small amount of the acrylic base out and spread it the width of the 40-inch polyester roll. Be careful not to apply the base too close to the edge of the roof. Be sure your drop cloth is in place in case some of the base runs over the edge of the roof. Mask off any walls or penetrations that you don't want acrylic on. Roll out the polyester into the wet base. Adjust the roll as needed to remove any wrinkles. The polyester should conform naturally to the roof. Press the polyester into the wet base and be sure to press the edges or side laps down. Immediately apply a cover coat of base at the rate of 2 gallons per 100 square feet. Overlap side laps and end laps 3 inches. All 40-inch rolls have a red line to guide you. Again, Press the edges or side laps down firmly with the roller or the broom. If any base is left over, apply additional coats until all of it is used. You'll need the correct amount applied to receive your warranty. Measure the lineal footage to be 3/4. If you're using 4-inch wide polyester, we would divide the lineal footage by 33 to determine the gallons of gel needed. If we're using 6-inch wide polyester, we would divide the lineal footage by 22 to determine the gallons of gel needed. If we divide the lineal footage by 160 feet, we'll know how many rolls of polyester we'll need. Now we're ready to 3/4 around the drain. Using a rubber glove, apply a smooth 1/4 inch layer of acrylic gel around the penetration and onto the adjacent field area. Be sure to extend onto the previously applied base in polyester at least 2 inches. Immediately embed the polyester fabric into the gel. Press firmly on the polyester fabric. Apply the gel around and into the drain about 2 inches. Immediately embed the polyester fabric into the gel. Press firmly on the polyester fabric. Now apply another smooth 1/4 inch layer of gel over the polyester fabric. If desired, smooth and feather the gel with a paintbrush. Repeat the 3-course process with other penetrations on the roof. If you should see any gravel tinting, cut out the rock and use a small square of polyester with gel to 3-course the hole. Allow 24 hours drying time. If necessary, the white acrylic top coat can be applied at the same time since they are compatible. The first application of acrylic top coat is applied at the rate of 1 1/3 gallons per 100 square feet. Allow 24 hours drying time. In this video, we had to use gray instead of white top coat because of the cooler temperatures, and the white dries very slowly in cool temperatures. The second application of acrylic top coat is applied at the rate of 1 1/3 gallons per 100 square feet. Allow 24 hours drying time. The third and final application of acrylic top coat is applied also at the rate of 1 1/3 gallons per 100 square feet. Allow 24 hours drying time. If any white is left over, apply additional coats until all of it is used. You'll need the correct amount on to receive your warranty. Care and cleaning of your roof. During the curing of the roof, some tobacco-like stains may be noticed coming from the roof after a night of dew. This is a water-based surfactant that is easily washed off with water. Each year at the end of the summer, it is extremely important that you go up on the roof and clean out your gutters and drains and wash the roof off. Walk the roof and look for any damage to the roof due to the elements, humans, or animals. If you do find a problem, simply apply primer, then 3-course the damaged area with gel and polyester. Plan on recoating your roof in 10 to 20 years. Normally, warm climate zones will require recoating sooner than cold climates. When some of the gray base starts appearing, then it's time to recoat. Thank you for purchasing Metacrylics products.